Gamers, oh gamers, how has it been for y'all? I'm doing great. Now let's talk about this version 1.1 debacle situation, this extravaganza. Let's talk about some of the things we're getting in this 1.1 patch. Now, they didn't say anything about story other than, the bits of companion stories we're going to get, which still gives us a good amount of primo gems and is fairly interesting from at least the ones that they've released so far. But let's talk about the characters first before we go into all of that. So first we got Silverwolf. Now there's been so many leaks about this that I'm not even going to be talking about this for any extended period of time other than to tell you, the basics of her kit and what she does. So you got her skill that applies a weakness type to an enemy that you already have. So let's say you got this guy over here who's pyro and wind, so you just use her skill and it just applies one of the weaknesses that your characters can already do. So it's very, 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 very good. And any Silverwolf, anyone who wants a Silverwolf, they will be doing even better because you won't even need all the damage types that they say. And sometimes they don't even say all the damage types that you need for an area. They'll be like, oh, you need wind for sure. And then the wind enemy will spawn enemies that aren't even weakness broken by wind. They'll be weakness broken by physical. So it's very nice and useful. Next, she has a system thing where whenever she attacks somebody, she has a chance to apply 3 different bugs to them. One of the bugs decreases their attack speed. Another one decreases their attack damage. The other one decreases their defenses. And it's just random which one you apply to them. She just has to hit them and there's a chance to apply it. Next, we go over, I already talked about the bugs, and the ultimate, it has a higher chance to apply a bug on them and deplete their weaknesses. So she's a really good Nihility character. And let's go over to Locha. Because, everyone's already known about Silverwolf for ages. Now let's go over to the chat himself, the new imaginary damage type, finally. And, everyone already knows about him, so I'll just give a quick rundown. He heals people. He's an abundance type. He dispels debuffs on your characters. So if you got like a burn effect on one of your characters, you just heal with Locha and then it gets taken away. Another thing, if one of your characters is weak, then Locha will auto heal. He'll auto heal them up, so you don't even have to worry about using a skill point to heal them because he can automatically do it. He is an insanely good character as well. And on top of that, when he uses his ultimate, it does imaginary damage to all of the enemies, and it also dispels a buff on them. So he could be better than it's hard to say. Honestly, it's hard to say. We don't have a lot of imaginary damage type characters. We have the one, but he seems to be doing everything that that makes you want to wish for him, because he has a debuff dispelling, he has a buff dispel, he has a heal, a single target heal that doesn't even need a skill point to use. And he does imaginary damage to everyone with his ultimate. It is he is extraordinarily good, and it was very clever of them to put Silverwolf and then him there because people are going to want both. Trust me, he is extraordinarily good in that sense. Next, we finally get a 4-star imaginary character. And the best thing about this is that once you play one of the events, you're going to be getting her for free. So it's even better. Finally, we get an imaginary character. It's only been since the game released that they said, hey, good luck with your imaginary damage type, boys. So basically what she does is that she has 2 bowstrings and it increases the attack of 2 characters that go after her. So if you pop her ability and you have like your healer going next, then that would be a very massive waste. So it's going to be really dependent on her speed compared to your companion speed of how good she is. And that's one thing that she has not over Tingyun, but I mean, she's the only imaginary damage type we have. So no matter what, everyone's going to be building her. That's just something that you have to look out for. Just make sure that her speed's faster than everyone else so that you can buff your DPS's attack damage before, you know, you waste it on like your tank or something like that. So just keep an eye out for that. And then her ultimate does imaginary damage to one target, and it increases attack, crit damage, crit rate, and all that jazz for your teammates. So, you know, she's very good, but just because she is imaginary damage, she is extraordinarily good. Until we get another imaginary damage type, this is everyone's going to build her. She could be absolute dog, and you would still have people building her. Next, we have the weapons and stuff. And this is really cool because Silver Wolf is going to be dropping first. And then after that, we're going to be getting Locha. And it's going to have the new imaginary 4-star character. And that's kind of going to be the sucky part, is that if you want the imaginary character, if you want constellation for it, since we are getting the 4-star for free in a future event, but if you want constellations for her, you're going to have to be wishing for the other imaginary character as well. So if you want Silver Wolf and you don't want him, then you know you're kind of screwed since she's not on Silver Wolf's banner. But I mean, it is what it is. At least you get a free one. Let's not be too upset yet. Next, we got some of the events here. You know, this one, you're going to be running around in the maybe cyberspace. You get a free 4-star light cone, which is very nice. You know, free Mo gems here. Another sick thing is we get to hang out with a member of the Genius Society himself. I think this is so cool. I think this guy is so cool. I'm so happy we get the vibe with him. I think it's funny that he's just staring at his thing. Some of the lore they were talking about is that Silver Wolf got in a fight with him in the past, and this is kind of like a rematch sort of thing that they're having when the new event drops. Next, you know, this is the free light cone that we're getting. It's for Nihility, of course. That's your free 4-star light cone for Silver Wolf if you get her, basically. Next, we got some kill people events. Next, we got some bonus Garden of Plenty kind of things to help people level up stuff. This is our story, our 4 story missions, which seems very interesting. I like all of these characters except for 5,000-year-old grandma over here, but I like all the other characters. I'm very interested to see, you know, their story and what's happening with them. And we're getting a free temple. Poggers, Poggy Woggies, Froggy Doggies. So all you have to do is log in every day, you know, for whatever, how long this lasts. I know it's 7 days here, but you have like 2 weeks to log in every day sort of thing before it goes away. And that's about everything. You know, they had some other events that I didn't go over. They had an event where you were the boss of a museum and you had to hire people, which is so goofy. But that's everything. Hopefully this was more condensed than some other people. Hopefully it was good, everything good. I'll have the free Mo gems in the description. Well, and I guess that's it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, Johnny.
Me